Number 3, get your education, make your mark in life. And then he said this, and it didn't hit me hard really at this point, but I'll tell you when it did a little bit later. Get prepared to be of service. Get prepared to be used. Get prepared to build a kingdom. Get prepared to serve. Now, let me just pause there and then jump start about 15 years later, 1978, when we finally decided to retire in life, and we said, you know, I went to see him. He became a dear friend of ours, a mentor of mine my whole life. You need to find mentors. David B. Haight was a great one. While he lived, we talked often, and he was a great mentor, great friend. And when we decided we wanted to go off and do something for the church and volunteer to do something full-time and take out the time 7 kids with us, I went to see him, and by this time he was an apostle, and I asked him the question, you know, but we're thinking about doing this. Should we go do it? I'll tell you the whole story in a minute. And he said, do you remember the time I sat on the edge of that rail and talked to you about the formula back in Scotland? And I said, yes. He said, do you remember what I told you? And I said, yeah, memorize it, man. Get your education, make your mark, and get prepared to serve. Did you understand number 3? Well, I said, I think so. That's what I'm here today. I want to talk about. Did you really understand it? And then he said this to me. He said, do you realize, Brother Jim, at that point, he said, do you realize that if you get up early and work hard, he didn't add these, I'm adding these in because it kind of ties the story together. If you get up early and work hard and get trained, get your education, and in the process find your oil, and then become good at it, make your mark, he said it's almost impossible to be in this country living those 5 steps and not be successful. Nearly impossible not to be successful. But he said, now the Book of Mormon comes into play. What will happen to almost everybody you know, in or out of the church, who reaches those 5 steps and does become very successful? What will usually happen to their lives if it's all focused on making your mark in life and finding your oil and becoming really successful? What's the natural outcome that happens, you Book of Mormon scholars? We become prideful. And he says, it will destroy you. The very thing you sought for, the very success you want to have in life, will be your downfall because it will destroy you with pride. You'll begin to believe your own press. You'll start to believe you're somebody special. You'll begin to believe that kind of stuff to the point that it'll make you and probably ruin your life. But if you really got the principle on number 3, when I said to you, get prepared to serve, get prepared to build the kingdom, get prepared to be useful, in the process of all the things you're gathering, all the oil that you discover, and all the things you make and create, if you do it with the purpose of giving back, it will keep you humble. It will keep your feet grounded on the earth, and you'll have a chance of not only becoming a success story in life, but you'll discover that you were sent here to give back and to serve. And he said, in the end, it will be the only means of pure happiness.